buckle up, guys. That's all I can say. Pop on that couple of seatbelts, left and right. Whack them on. It's gonna you're in for a ride. We have at least 200,000 to 300,000 people waiting to load up for my Plan B YouTube channel.
That's right, Safuu fans. Everyone's been asking for it, and we finally got around to doing it. Today is the very first episode of Safuu's Plan B YouTube. I know Jason has been working really hard behind the scenes, and the fact that he's been able to take the time out to put all this content together for us has been fantastic.
That's right, buddy. This is something we've been looking forward to and been working very hard for a very, very, very long time.
Mate, we're nearly 5 months through since the launch of Safuu. What are your 3 biggest accomplishments to date?
You know, to initially do a light paper, then eventually drop a white paper, and to be able to show that off in the world.
That's fantastic, mate. I know that the advertising in the London Underground is happening starting from the 1st of next month, and that we're going to Dubai, which, you know, as you said, taking it to the rest of the world. What are your expectations of who might be at Dubai?
Potentially, like, you know, the biggest developers are, the biggest crypto enthusiasts are, to be shown on the stage, you know, as Brian as a keynote speaker with the best of the best and the biggest of the biggest, just shows you that we're not playing around, that we're going to be like a massive influence in there. So I'm absolutely bullish, absolutely pumped. The whole core team is going, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So this is going to make our little London trip look like a walk to the grocery store. And I can't wait to see everyone there that can possibly get around to viewing us all.
So I hear there's even going to be a Safuu wrapped Lamborghini at Dubai. Are you going to have a sit in it, do you reckon?
Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, I should have a bit more of a chance of fitting compared to your tall ass. So we should be pretty good there.
For those of us who might not be able to make it there, is there going to be an opportunity for us to be able to watch the keynote speech by Brian?
I believe the event's going to be live streaming as well. I don't know if it's going to be live streaming to the whole world. I think so. I think it will be live streamed regardless. That's what they've written. So if you guys haven't already seen as well, like with Brian's post on Discord, obviously he's put up there now as a keynote speaker. You know, we're starting to get the Safuu X branding all over that. And yeah, we're going to be really we're just so excited about this. The amount of effort get into this position, to not just financially, but also logistically, is a massive achievement. So, you know, you guys should be all very proud of what we have accomplished together as a team.
I think you need to check your connection there, mate. You just froze for a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it kind of just freezes up when I'm watching you. But
so while you're in Dubai, is there going to be some sort of a stand or something that everyone can come around and have a look and talk to you about Safuu?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, that's when you know you're with the big boys, when you're right beside them. So I think there was a question in there saying, do we have booths? Yeah, we've got basically the biggest and the best of the best. So we did consider potentially toning it down a little bit, but then we looked at the opportunity and go, you know what? You know, how often does this happen? The best thing about this is where it falls in our timeline of everything in terms of prior to the sacrifice event. So we get to do we basically get to show what Safuu has to offer, why we're the best of the best, why we're starting to take over the market, why we're delivering on our products, and then everybody gets to see us, which you couldn't ask for anything better, especially coming into, you know, then launching obviously our blockchain. So all those people that have been like, oh, well, they're not actually doing it, or maybe the live stream with the keynote speaker in the presentation, we're going to have our blockchain team there and our chief technology officer actually answering technical questions.
Is there anything you'd like to say to anyone who maybe has had a few doubts about Safuu, the fudsters that have been around, you know?
If you were ever in doubt, now's the time to get rid of that thought and maybe start thinking about, shit, maybe we're actually at the future and stuff is happening. A lot of people have talked the talk, and we've made it our mission to actually promise and deliver And that's where we stand out. That's why we're different. That's why we're hitting the volume. That's why our price is remaining stable. And that's why we're going to be successful.
Mate, it sounds like it's going to be a hectic time over in Dubai. I hope you're going to take some time out to have a bit of fun as well.
Oh, mate, it'll start from day one, and I'll be convincing everyone today to the end. So, yeah, and the more the merrier. But the plan is get everybody in a plane. I've already spoken to Brian about this. Everyone on a plane, get some professional footage done. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been skydiving myself quite a few times, so I'm keen. I'm ready. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I hear you've got a few special guests coming over there, including some of the YouTubers.
That's right, buddy. I hope Daniel can make it. You know, the more the merrier. I would love to see 20 or 30 Safuians just jump out of that plane. In hindsight, you know, God, friggin' I'd love to have made a friggin' Safuu parachute. I might not have enough time for that, but you know, it's going to be an experience.
Are you planning on staying on a little bit longer and taking some extra time for R&R?
It's not a holiday for me personally. Like, it is an experience to go there and work there. We have been there before, but it's also an opportunity to celebrate our success with everybody, and we don't really get that opportunity very often.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to those of us who might be thinking of coming over?
We are getting closer to the end of the year, so what better opportunity that if you can financially do it, or you do have the opportunity to do it from having leave off work or something like that, maybe team up, share a hotel room with some people, see the best you can do, and we would love to have you there.
So let's switch gears from Dubai. Obviously, you know, the next really big ticket item that everyone's excited about is clearly the nodes. I mean, what are your expectations? You know, we've got the node sale coming up in early to mid-August, and what do you think is likely to happen on launch day?
Yeah, I mean, we were discussing that earlier today, and to be honest, like, if we didn't have the Dubai event beforehand, I think people would have more of an opportunity to do it. But the fact that we are going to be in front of these effectively deep wallets and people that know people that know people, I think the first day, especially in particular, or at least at the minimum, the first 2 days is when people are going to be capitalizing on this. And this is the thing, it's hard to set where your expectations be. A lot of people didn't think that we're going to sell out at pre-sale. Pink sale didn't even think that was going to happen. You know what I mean? So could it be the same thing again? Very high possibility. Just wanted to touch on as well with nodes. Like, I understand, like, obviously nodes is a very hot topic and everybody wants a node. Like what I see on the chat, everyone like, I want a node, I want a node, I want a node. I just want to say that if you don't happen to get a node, don't give up hope. It's not the be all and end all. The fact that we get an opportunity to even do so many nodes is a hugely bullish thing, and we try to push that in terms of our tokenomics. But at the same time as well, not everyone obviously can get a node, and we have 30,000 Discord users. We've got like how many 100,000 followers following Brian on Twitter. Don't be discouraged, that's what I'm saying. Try, obviously, if you think that's the game plan that you want to do, if you think that's the vision that you want to get, obviously try. But at the same time, afterwards, you're going to be thinking, right, okay, if I didn't do this, what is my next game plan? How am I going to capitalize the best? What am I going to achieve? What I want to achieve? So just keep that in mind too.
So the original roadmap showed the blockchain wasn't going to come out for a couple of years. What are your thoughts around the fact that it's now come out so early?
Yeah, we had a game plan within X amount of years to achieve X amount of goals. It's thanks to the passion of everybody else that, you know, we've actually been able to push this forward and give people what they want. So yeah, no, I'm absolutely pumped. And it just shows that how strong of a community it is and how fast things can happen because of it.
I've always said that the strength of Safuu lies in its community, so I appreciate the fact that you've been able to reinforce that fact. You've spoken for quite a bit tonight, mate. Maybe you should have a drink. What's your favourite drink?
It was frozen Malibu, so it's actually, that's what I've got here too, very tasty.
So you've been sneaking one in under the table in between takes, have you?
So I'm not even a big drinker, so like a little bit of a frozen slushy Malibu because I thought, you know what, it's Friday night, why not?
Yeah, sure, mate. It's actually Sunday night. Maybe you've had one too many already?
Just hide my camera for 1 sec. Just pop me in the background. Half a sec.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. No worries. I'll do that. You just have a quiet one while we're all just sitting here waiting for you.
A little cheeky drink here or there doesn't hurt. You've got to have a bit of fun every now and again. Like, you know, the amount of hours that we pump out, finishing up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and then finishing up the next day at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just ridiculous. So it's and it's working on my voice too.
Sure is, mate. You're sounding fantastic. Any final thoughts before we sign this off?
Nodes is where it's at. I know it's something you don't know. As I said, man, oh man, do we have some surprises for you guys in the future? Not talking about nodes, but in terms of our bullish news that we've been working on.
Sounds amazing, mate. There's always something going on. Thanks for taking the time to come and do this channel with us today. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next episode of the Plan B YouTube channel.